Welcome to the Skull Meatloaf podcast, where we talk about evolving on your own terms at your own pace any way you know how. And this Mental Health Day, Mental Health Awareness, May 12th, I want to talk about Mental Health Provider Appreciation Day during this 5-minute meatloaf. It's one of my greatest joys that I have been a part of, minus being an aunt. And yes, you heard that right. Yours truly helped with this day. Not just helped it, I did create it. And I want you to know, some people think it's some self-consumed way, whether it's my ego to give it attention, etc. But I want you to know it's the complete opposite. It is another way that I show my mission of helping other people. And this day, Mental Health Provider Appreciation Day, happens every year now. Since 2020, actually. I was working alongside my colleagues during the pandemic, and I watched every branch of mental and behavioral health. And by the way, this doesn't just include therapists. This includes administrative staff. It includes crisis workers, law enforcement, peer specialists, caregivers, lots, not just therapists, psychiatrists, and the ones you would normally think of. All of us make a difference. But I saw all of them working, and I saw that people were struggling, and I saw that we were struggling. We experienced the same fog, thoughts, feelings of uncertainty. We had to get up and had to help others. Get up and go to work. Many frontline workers alongside doctors, nurses, etc. And when people were in crisis, we had to show up. In fact, during this time, people struggled greatly with suicide risk, homicide risk, domestic violence, intimate partner violence. It skyrocketed. And honestly, I was in awe at the strength of not just my patients, but my coworkers, myself. We had to coordinate with families. We had to manage our own stress and mental health and not just show up for work, but be present. We had to lean on each other. We'd talk. We'd go to our own therapist. And imagine being the therapist during that time. And I could say, because I was to some. I was also a supervisor. I was also one of the therapists honored to work the provider crisis line for my employer, which helped nurses and doctors that were in the line at the hospital, sometimes sleeping at the hospital because it wasn't safe for them to go home. They would call us when the stress got to be too much. And I could tell you, even for myself, I came home with a type of fatigue I've never experienced before. I've worked in state institutions, hospitals, crisis work, community mental health. It was a visceral drain. I could feel it in my body. It was a communal trauma, very much so, and specifically for at-risk populations and for us as providers. So I wanted to take a step for them. I wanted to take a step for my colleagues. Now I realize, yes, it was also for me. At the time, that wasn't the motivation. We all deserve to be seen. So what I did is I crowdfunded. I found the National Day Archives, and it was officially posted. I crowdfunded. You can go look at my website on anctatiro.com. You can go to Mental Health Provider Appreciation Day, and it shows my original videos. And I was able to crowdfund, I think it was $1,500 or $2,000 in like a day or two. Then that was the official day. It was approved officially May 12, 2020, but that was only online. The more research that I did, they said, that's great. That's really great. I contacted all these people because I wanted them to talk about it. And they said, that's not enough. It needs to be official. It needs to be on an official document for it to be recognized or to move further. And it took me 2 years, but I'm extremely fortunate to be in the state of Wisconsin with Tony Evers because he specifically proclaimed it. I kept writing and submitting it. And on May 12, 2020, he did. And he's proclaimed and prioritized it even in 2025. I just got it last week. It was the first document to proclaim not only this day, but that we're frontline workers. And I want you to know, you guys, that was for you because I'm so proud of you, of my colleagues, of myself, of the things that we do, the people that are coming into this work, if you're considering it. It really took me a long time. I need you to know I'm in this for 2 decades in mental health and 15 years as a therapist to realize that I made a difference. And I just hope for my colleagues in the future that this day will just give us, one day to say we matter too because you do, you guys, and you save lives. And I could tell you, even those that we couldn't, we can support the families and we can always come back and try again in their honor. So what can you do to recognize a mental health provider? You could say thank you. You can write a thank you letter, a confidential post to say how someone helped you, whatever you're comfortable sharing. NAMI right now has a cool trend that I did, #MyMentalHealth, where it talks about awareness of stories and recovery. You could share education and from your own survival guide in your recovery, sharing your art. Send your provider a little message on my chart or whatever you use to send messages. We don't get to hear it as often as you think, you guys. And although we recognize we are a sliver and not the reason, we sometimes like hearing and being seen that we help people. to feel that this difficult career comes with purpose and belonging, just like everybody else. And if you're still struggling yourself, whether you're a clinician or you're a client listening to this, that you're struggling recognizing that it's not A to B, just know that we are going to fight alongside you. Because if there's anything I deeply believe, people matter and people need people, and we aren't meant to do any of this alone. And I just wanted to thank all of you, not only commitment to your own health and recovery, but your commitment to others. Mental health providers out there, this was and is for you. And I hope that you take care, remember to consider yourself, and evolve and heal on, my friends.